Hello, broadcasters. Welcome to episode 172 of the StreamYard Live Town Hall. My name is Geige, and I'm here with Dan, of course. Dan, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm also doing well. It's been a fun week. We have another special guest tonight that will be joining us sometime throughout the broadcast. So looking forward to that. For anyone new here, Dan and I are the founders of StreamYard. We do these town halls every single Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific, and we do them for a few reasons. One is to stay in tune with you, go through the same flow that you guys do with your own shows by doing the town hall. Two is to answer any of your questions. We love discussing topics with all of you and answering your questions. So feel free to leave those in the chat. We'll do our best to get to as many as we can. And then I always mention the three pillars of StreamYard, which are ease of use, stability, and professional stream. So if you're about those three things, StreamYard is the tool for you. See people hanging out from all over the world tonight. Very, very cool. I see the Philippines and South Carolina and Montserrat. Very, very cool. Sounds like people are fans of the new thumbnail. Appreciate that. Thanks, Eileen. Hopefully, glad you guys like it. Before I forget, we have lots of awesome shows, and let's walk through those. So we've got the StreamYard Spotlight, second Thursday of every month, where Dana and Kelsey highlight folks like you in the community and how you're having success with StreamYard. Great show to tune into if you're looking for inspiration and ideas of how people are using StreamYard. And if you want to be featured on that show, definitely reach out, contact@streamyard.com, and hopefully they can get you booked. And we have YouTube channel reviews with Dee and Daniel, second Saturday of every month. A really great show if you're interested in getting started on YouTube or you're already started on YouTube and just looking to optimize your channel. Dee and Daniel are both pros with hundreds of thousands of subs, and they give really great actionable feedback on things like thumbnails, how often to post, things that you might want to consider about your content, everything you could possibly want to know about your YouTube channel. They'll have a great answer for it. So check that out. We have Enhancer live streaming the last Tuesday of every month with Nick. Also Video Pro, Nick Niman's awesome. But specifically for live streaming tips, definitely check that out. We have live stream reviews each month with Christian and Charles. Fun show where they hang out, giving live feedback on various live streams. So lots of fun there. And actually, I've got a thumbnail for what's happening this week. Let me quickly pop that up. So if you go back in the recording, you'll know what's happening. So these are the ones happening this week. So you can see that there. And then we've also been doing fun facts each week, so you guys get to know a little bit more about us, but also so we can get to know more about you. And the one for this week was favorite sport growing up. What was your favorite sport growing up there, Dan?
Cool. So I had two main sports, soccer and hockey. I would say hockey was my favorite sport, but soccer was a close second. How about you?
Mine was definitely the same. Hockey was definitely the main one for me. I played a lot of other sports. This closest second was probably baseball. I had a couple fun seasons with baseball, but hockey was always the number one. All right. We have quite a few topics for tonight, but let's make sure we cover any questions that we have. We got Mike saying, do we get to see Dana again? It'll be another guest tonight, but maybe in a few months or something, we can feature Dana again. What else did we have here? Ash says, I need some advice. Can I screen share in mobile with StreamYard? You want to take that one, Dan?
Yeah. So sort of. It depends what you're trying to do. So if you are on a mobile device, like if you're streaming from a mobile device, you can't screen share that device right now. You can screen share a mobile device if you also have a computer and you're streaming from your computer. So if, for example, you want to show a demo of yourself walking through an app, there's programs you can use where you can basically get your mobile device to appear as a screen share in StreamYard. So I use one called Reflector 3, but there's other things you can use as well, where essentially you can just see what's happening on your mobile device on your computer and then screen share that application on StreamYard, which is great for like mobile app walkthroughs and things like that. You can't screen share when you're actually on your mobile device from your mobile device, though. Hopefully that answers it.
Awesome. Let's see what else we have here. Quest of Oak Island says, question, any way to see when you're doing a live broadcast or live show that one destination was checked off but not broadcasting until I retry it? I'm not sure. Let me know if you understand it, Dan, but I'm not sure I'm fully understanding Quest of Oak Island. If you could maybe let us know. It does show the status of each destination you're streaming to. So say you're going to a custom RTMP destination and like the key is incorrect or something, it'll notify you like with an X that it's not actually broadcasting there. And it's real time, so you should know essentially immediately. But maybe I'm missing the question. Let us know.
Yep. And there is also the possibility that there's some weird issue going on YouTube or Facebook or something where StreamYard isn't really aware it's working, but the whole platform is down, or there's like some weird issue on there. That doesn't happen very often, but that it is possible. Maybe if you had an issue like that, you could be affected. But yeah, that is quite rare.
All right. What else do we have here? The third rail with Omar says, when will we be able to upload our own music and sound effects? That was actually one of the topics we had for tonight, Omar, and that let me just pull it up here. We had a couple questions about background music, and then also an update that we are working on uploading your own track. So stay tuned for that. Should be coming relatively soon. Team is working to get that out. And the other question was outside of the two that we've heard the most. So we know for sure, obviously, and we're working on it, uploading your own tracks, and then also having more preloaded tracks to choose from have both come up a lot. So we're definitely going to be adding those. But beyond those two things, is there any other feedback on background music in terms of what you'd like to see or like us to add in terms of the functionality of it? Please let us know.
Yep.
Ruben says, any plans to add a chat display view like you can do in OBS? This would be great if possible. Any thoughts on that one, Dan?
Yeah, actually, I'm curious to get your thoughts. Chat display view, are you thinking that's like showing multiple comments, or?
I think it's just showing all the comments on the screen itself rather than just one question at a time.
Got it.
So initial thoughts on that one, Ruben? It's something we're open to. One of the reasons we've had some hesitation is
scary
moderation. So say someone says something super inappropriate, and now that's permanently baked into your stream, and there's not really any way to take it out because it's not like a comment on YouTube where it's not like the YouTube comments aren't actually part of the video, but if you're showing it on screen, it is. That being said, it does come up a lot, and I know some people are confident enough about their community and whatnot that they'd rather just have that on screen. So in the future, we might make that possible. We'd likely do it in such a way that other things would become possible as well, like more flexibility in terms of like things that have come up in the past, like the name is escaping me again, but like browser source overlays, those types of things. It's possible that we add more functionality around that. Any other thoughts on it, Dan?
I don't think so. Yeah, what you said is pretty accurate. Moderation is always a challenge.
All right. Cool. We got lots of questions tonight. TLV Sports Talk Show says, when will multiple screen shares on timeline be available? You want to share thoughts on that one, Dan?
Cool. That's definitely something we're open to adding. I'm always curious as well what things you're sharing, just because it's useful for us to know. But yeah, I think we may add it. For us, it's always like a CPU thing. It's very heavy to screen share, and if you have multiple screen shares, it's especially heavy. But we're certainly open to it. Yeah, if you could let me know. I'm just curious what types. Is it just two separate applications like Photoshop and some other thing? Is it one slide deck and one other thing? Slide deck and Photoshop or something like that? Is it multiple websites? Just curious how you're kind of doing it.
Cool. What else do we have here? Corinder says, can we get StreamYard to work with, nice to see you, by the way, Corinder. Can we get StreamYard to work with Amazon Live and not have to use RTMP all the time? We'd love to support Amazon Live as a direct integration. So as soon as that is possible with the Amazon API, we will certainly support it. Nice to have you, Charles. Great to see you. Great to see you here. Tristan says on Mac, you can use QuickTime to show through the data cable as a screen share through the application. Yeah, that's a great suggestion for sharing what's going on the phone. QuickTime is a great solution for that. Try It says, difference between StreamYard and OBS. That's a good question, Try It. So the main difference, well, there's a lot of differences, but the main thing we try to focus on with StreamYard are those three pillars. So making it really, really simple to go live without having to worry about things like, is my encoding at the right rate? And do I have a powerful enough computer to stream and things like that? So ease of use is one of the biggest ones. And the other more technical difference is the cloud aspect of StreamYard. So something like OBS, it's actually running on your own computer. So to get the best possible quality out of the stream, you have to have a pretty powerful device to actually stream that Whereas in StreamYard, there's some processing that happens in terms of capturing the camera and whatnot, but those feeds get sent to StreamYard, especially when you have lots of guests and things like that. That's helping as well because it's all getting processed on a central location in the cloud. And in some ways, it also helps with stability. So like in OBS, for example, if you have an internet disconnect or whatever, the stream probably is going to completely stop. Whereas with StreamYard, because we're in the cloud, the internet doesn't really go out, and we have lots of different servers all over the world, right? So if your own personal internet goes out, it'll keep streaming, and by the time and then hopefully you can fix your internet connection or maybe hop on your phone or a different device and get back on, and the stream will keep going. So there's lots of side benefits like that, along with the ability to hold all your assets in the cloud. So say you're traveling and streaming from a different device, all of that will be saved on StreamYard. But yeah, any other thoughts on that one, Dan?
No, I think you did a good job. Where it's like, and then I would say on the other side, like OBS, like when would you want to use something like that? It's if you need some very, very advanced controls over things.
Cool.
But yeah, it's super complex, as you're probably aware.
All right. Let's see what other questions we have here. We'll have our guest joining in a minute or two here. John says, how can you bring up the downloaded pictures while you and a guest are live? So you have a few different options for that one, John. One is the one that I'd recommend today is to just basically put all those pictures into like a Google Slides file and make like a slide deck out of the images. And then you can just import that into StreamYard and easily scroll through that and share different pictures there. The other one, if it's not the type of thing where you're really just like sharing a reel of photos that you could use, is the overlays feature in StreamYard and just upload it there. Hopefully that helps. Appreciate that, Andrew. Hope you're doing well. Todd Roberts Film says background music playlist and looping. Appreciate that. I think that's feedback around the music functionality. So that's good to know. Playlist. That's a good idea. I thought, do we have looping? I thought looping was part of it. So we have
looping on a track, but I'm thinking what Todd's referring to here is looping on a playlist. Let me know if I've got that, Todd. Like I want to play these 3 songs in this order and then loop back to the start of these 3 songs. But we do it. Yeah, we do have looping per track right now.
Cool. I'm now seeing that there's tons of good suggestions here that we'll have to go back through and check out all of these. Really appreciate all the feedback on the background music. Let's see what else we had here. Marina says, please add control of autoplay of video shared when added to the stream, since there is a play button anyway.
Okay. So I think what Marina's referring to here is you want to do a video share, you add it, it starts playing automatically. Can we pause that? Maybe Marina, let me know if I definitely got that. But so obviously right now we don't have that. It's something I'd be interested in. We do have the ability, if you're not aware, Marina, to not automatically add it to the stream in the first place. So for example, if you go to share a video file, click on that video file from your system. Like when you get the pop-up, you choose the file and it automatically comes into the stream and starts playing. There's a setting in the settings modal that you can turn off. I think it literally says automatically add shared screens / videos to the stream. You turn that off, you can kind of queue them up at least. So at the bottom, they'll appear and they won't just come straight onto the stream. And then you have to click add whenever you're ready. I believe it still auto plays when it gets added onto the stream. But just so you know, the reason we do that is so that it's less clicks in total. Like the reason we auto play as soon as you add it to the stream. Yeah, hopefully that helps.
Cool. How we get here, Genealogy says, background music, any plans on integrating Creator Mix? I'm actually not familiar with Creator Mix. I'll have to check that out. I'm assuming maybe it's like a royalty-free music site, but if not, let us know. And we are open to supporting those.
Yep.
Gary says, what year was StreamYard's first release? It's a cool question. It was actually
2018.
Make sure I'm getting it right. Yeah, towards the end of 2018. Okay, we have time for maybe one more here, and then we'll bring on our guest. Jay says, recently asked this, but I want to know if it's possible. I work on a live show that sells comics and use overlays to display the comic covers, but then have to click on the banner to display the prices. Is there any way to combine the two or have it set up where you could add a ticker / static text where you only have to push one button just to streamline it and make it faster? So one thing that I'm sure you've already thought of, Jay, is like obviously on the overlays themselves, you could include the prices, but yeah, using the banners together with the comics, with the overlays without having to do multiple clicks. Any thoughts on that one, Dan? Is there anything with hotkeys that would
Potentially, yeah, it's something we might handle with hotkeys. Like there's just things we've explored with allowing you to do multiple things at once. Not sure exactly how we will end up doing it, but it's something we are constantly kind of experimenting with. But yeah, like Geige said, one option is definitely to use an overlay for both right now for your specific case.
Cool. All right, should we go ahead and bring on our guest? All right, sweet. So tonight we're going to have Adam on. Adam is Adam Pugsley. Adam is the PM of one of our engineering pods. So let me just go ahead and bring him on here. Nice to have you here.
Hey.
Adam, how's it going?
Hey, Geige. Hey, Dan. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. How's it going?
It's going well. And some folks in the audience can commiserate with Adam on the time zone because it's pretty. Where are you based, Adam?
I'm in London, England. So yeah, it's about just gone to 2 a.m. here.
It's awesome
cool.
To have you here. You want to kick us off with some of the questions, Dan?
Cool. Yeah. So for those of you that have never seen recently, the last few streams or some of the last few streams, we've been bringing on StreamYard employees just as a chance for you to meet them, kind of see some of the other people at StreamYard besides just Geige and I, see what they do, and then just get to know them. We've got some fun random questions and some more practical questions as well. And then Adam, because he's so involved, like Geige said, I think you specifically called him a PM, product manager. So he manages the product team essentially for the studio pod. So that's like our team that works on core studio features that a lot of you guys, chat about on the town hall every week. So he's a big part of deciding what to build and how to build it for core features on StreamYard. So my first question actually is, where are you located? But you already answered that. Next one, Adam, how long have you been with StreamYard?
I think it's coming up to 3 months next week. So yeah, still relatively newish. But yeah.
Cool. And then what do you work on at StreamYard? I know we kind of went through that, but
yeah. So just to add on to your point, so yeah, so PM for the studio. Main focus to make sure I'm understanding and advocating for our fellow StreamYarders. Me and my team are responsible for delivering new product experiences, features, and improvements in the studio that, of course, align with our 3 core pillars. Cool.
And then random question, Adam, do you prefer big cities or small towns?
I've been living in London for 7 years, so I like big cities. Yeah.
Cool. You're not the type that's like bitterly living in a big city because you have to for something, or?
No, this is a choice.
So, awesome. And what's your favorite karaoke song?
Well, I'm not best with a singer set of pipes, so I try and avoid karaoke. So I'd probably choose a song that doesn't have many lyrics. So maybe Tequila by the Champs.
Cool. Any song with just a couple of words.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What would be your favorite board game?
Probably chess.
Okay, cool.
But my favorite card game is one called Exploding Kittens, which is what I normally play with my family and friends, which is good fun.
Just to confirm, Exploding Kittens?
Yeah. It's a card game where you have to trick your friends into blowing up. And the last player left alive wins the game. It's quite fun.
It was big on Kickstarter, right? I think I remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Interesting. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Probably teleportation. I think it would make life extremely convenient.
Yeah.
And yeah, you could visit every country you ever wanted in a weekend or a day. So yeah, that would be my superpower.
Cool. Could fly back before it gets too dark so you avoid jet lag, or teleport back.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. And what's your favorite StreamYard feature?
Oh, that's a tricky one. Just one. Okay. Well, I think it's probably the audience engagement and interactivity through on-screen comments.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a great way to feel connected to the audience and make the audience be a big part of the conversation of a show. I also find it helps as you're starting out to do streaming, build a bit more confidence because you can kind of validate what's working well in your show, what you might need to improve on, and it's really good having that feedback loop.
Cool, totally fair. And then, what did you want to be when you were younger?
I used to play a lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon and Theme Park World.
Okay.
So I think I wanted to be a roller coaster designer when I was younger.
All right.
But I wasn't aware, obviously, that would involve mechanical engineering and all that side of things. But yeah.
Fair. Yeah, product management is kind of an interesting role. I imagine not that many people grow up even knowing what it is really, and then as you get older and if you're in the tech space, you start to realize like, okay, this is actually a fun and important role. But I wouldn't have known what it was when I was younger. That's pretty cool though. Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah.
Sweet. Shall we?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dan. I think we have a couple questions from the audience. Charles was curious. Favorite type of tea. If you're a tea drinker.
Yeah, believe it or not, I don't drink much tea. I'm coffee. Yeah. Sorry to disappoint.
What's your, just asking the fun fact question, what's your favorite sport, or what was your favorite sport growing up?
I used to play rugby for a bit. That was fun until it started to hurt more as I was getting older. So.
Fair. Cool. Yeah, and you grew up in England?
Yeah. Born and raised. What microphone do I use? This is podcast mic. And then it's got it's going through Go XLR, so there's a bunch of EQing on it and stuff to make it sound a bit more fancier. But yeah.
Is it a Shure? I think it looks like a Shure to me.
It's Rode.
Oh, it's a Rode. Okay.
Yeah, it's
cool.
a Rode, yeah.
Sounds great.
It does sound good. All right. Some folks are also joking about if you're getting paid for the late night hours.
Overtime?
Cool. Should we go ahead and do the giveaway?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's cue it up.
You want to explain the rules?
Yes. So for anyone new here, we've been doing giveaways each week, and tonight we'll be giving away StreamYard sweater, the same one that I'm wearing tonight. And usually I say that pillow that Dan has in the background, but I don't think he has it in that location. But we'll give away a StreamYard pillow as well. And yeah, to be eligible, we'll give you a few minutes in here, but wherever you're watching from, you can just type in #theyard. And if you're ever interested in doing this on your own broadcast, we actually made this available, and you can access it just at StreamYard.com/giveaway. I think there's a couple other questions here that I missed. Agent Bay was asking, Adam, what was your role before a PM, assuming you had one?
Yeah, so I was a UX designer beforehand, so did a stint of design.
Cool. Folks are also a fan of your lighting. What kind of lights do you have in the background there?
Oh, they're a couple of Philips Hue lights, which I've got some cheap IKEA kind of stands. They don't look nice, but they're hidden, so it kind of lights up the back of the walls.
Cool.
And
in the StreamYard colors as well.
Very nice. Is that controlled with your phone or something, like the Philips lights?
Yeah. You have an app on your phone, the whole Hue kind of suite ecosystem. It's pretty cool.
All right, I haven't been paying attention to the entries. Has it stabilized, Dan?
I think it's probably stable. We got one more. Probably stable enough.
Okay, cool. Let's run it.
Cool. Good luck, everyone.
Entertainment report. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. If you reach out to contact@StreamYard.com, Dana can connect with you on your info and get you your brand new sweater and your StreamYard pillow. Congrats again.
Cool. Congrats.
All right, and we have time for more questions. So let's see what else we had here. Zeb says, "Can you demonstrate removing yourself from the stream and being in the background?" So I think the easiest way to do that, Zev, would just be, assuming I understand what you're talking about, is just to show an overlay. So, for example, I can pop up the town hall overlay again, and you can still hear me in the background there. Is that how you interpret it, Dan?
Yeah, and then also if you turn your camera off, but then you turn, I think we demonstrated it last week as well, and then you turn off the setting that says audio avatars. You can hide yourself like this where you guys can still see me, but I'm completely hidden.
Cool. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful, Zev. Adam's Exploit says, any thoughts on reducing the lag time on lives when using StreamYard on YouTube? sometimes guests not used to the lag talk over you. So I might be misunderstanding the question, Adam, but in terms of like the latency on YouTube itself, like how long it takes for the video to play on YouTube, that one is somewhat out of our control, but it's constantly, YouTube's constantly improving it with in terms of like their CDNs and how that stuff is set up. So hopefully it gets lower and lower over time, and we'll do whatever's necessary to support those improvements. But it shouldn't be affecting guests. So the guest component on StreamYard should be real time. So if I'm missing something about the question, let us know. Maybe you mean actually if someone's watching on YouTube and then they go from YouTube into your stream or something like that. And in that sense, we're also somewhat limited. Like if you're just bringing guests in that are watching, it's there's going to be a time difference there, unfortunately, for now. All right. What else do we have here? Steve Kaufman says, is there any plan to allow more than 10 brands in the brand dropdown? I manage 15 plus channels. You want to take that one, Dan?
For sure. So definitely open to it. Not an immediate plan to do it, but yeah, that is something I'm potentially open to changing.
Cool. Coffee Talk and Tech says you can change your latency in YouTube itself. You can do that, but at some point we should probably give the option for that, Coffee Talk, in StreamYard itself to actually set that. But right now, StreamYard is optimized for a specific setting on that in YouTube, and you probably shouldn't change it, right, Dan?
You could. So there's 3 settings on YouTube. There's, I believe they call them normal latency, low latency, and ultra low latency. And I think we use low latency. You can change it to ultra low. There are trade-offs just to be aware of, which is why we don't typically stream on ultra low. Basically, you get quality issues, or you can have quality issues on YouTube for your viewers. Nothing really to do with StreamYard. It's just like when you have low latency, you can have more quality issues. Cool. The medium one that we choose works the best.
All right. We have time for 1 or 2 more here. Got another question for Adam. I don't actually know what the latter one is here, but he's asking if you prefer whiskey or
Pimm's. Yeah. Whiskey. Pimm's is quite a popular drink when the sun decides to pop its head out in England in the summer. Yeah.
Cool. All right. SLG Network says, is it possible to use OBS with StreamYard? We do watch-alongs for shows and would love to have scoreboard widgets and more available to help the stream. It is possible, SLG. So the way people do that is generally with the virtual cam option in OBS, and then essentially OBS can act like your webcam in StreamYard. So that's one option you have there. All right. This was episode 172 of the StreamYard Live Town Hall. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. It's always a pleasure answering your questions and spending time with you. And thanks again, Adam, for joining us. It was awesome to have you on the show. We'll see you guys next week at the same time.
Cool. Thanks, Adam, and see everyone next week.
Thanks. Bye.